This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay.
Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Throwing here, Howell.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Now Howell. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Howell's throw brought in by Austin.
So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Packers at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them, and I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
On 2, ready? 11 MP pace. 11 MP pace.
First down. Here's Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Slow.
Now it's Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
11 Thomas. 11, 11. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. Stop.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Here we go.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
This is a 26-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
3.5 to go, first quarter.
2nd down throw for Howell. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Out to his left.
That one taken.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Lucas Van Ness able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league?
And it's a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Mixing up the middle. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
On 1, ready?
Here's 3rd and 3.
Burrow looking to pass.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. I tell tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Howell trying to pick it up on third. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5.
They'll go again to Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second down, it's Jones.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
That good for 19 and a first down.
They'll go play action. Howell. Nice the crossing route and hits Watson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Two yards left on second down from the 9. Howell down to throw it.
Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Myles Murphy.
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Howell throwing on third down here.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Trey Hendrickson providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And this one is no good. He missed it, and the deficit will hold pat at 13.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Gun. Cut.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. 12. 11. Stop.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here's Howell. Quick slant to Watson. Howell trying to get his offense to hurry up and get set. On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Howell from the gun. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. He's on his way.
And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick-6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he returns this to the 22.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Stop.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one 28 yards on the ground. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
On one, right? Stop.
From midfield now, Burrow.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Oh, design run for their wideout. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. An inside give to Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
That's the score. Packers 17. Bengals.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
11 MT.
Here's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
1-1. Ready? 12.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's personal or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Powell. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Luke Musgrave, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
11. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And he's got some space here. Jamar Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Howell, he'll look to throw it. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down. Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Howell's throw on target to Godwin here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
They run behind center with Gainwell. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Howell. And he will not be through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Now throwing on 1st down here. Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Looking deep here for Chase. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands.
Here we go.
That's a big letdown.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Burrow will throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
On second down, here's Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in, and he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Well, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oh, that one's going to hurt big time because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Here we go, here we go.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. Here we go. And lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Burrow. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's 1st down.
Trap 60, trap 60, track 60. Go, go. Hey,
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Panther Street, Panther Street. Panther 60, Panther 60. Take go.
Up the middle, Jones. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here we go, here we go.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Burrow.
And he's got his man on the out route.
Remember, the one timeout still available as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson.
Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick